Today on CTV News at 5, an unexpected early and intense blast of wintry weather. The cleanup underway as snow continues to fall in parts of southern Ontario. Plus, Canada loses its measles-free status due to an outbreak that's circulated the country for more than a year. And raising money by running for those in need, a Kitchener man's effort to give back to the city that supported him. CTV News at 5 starts right now. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us. A wintry blast shattering a weather record this November. The snowfall in Waterloo region has forced residents to get the winter gear out and shovel a little earlier than usual. Let's go to CTV's Colton Weens, who joins us live outside. Colton, a little bit of a snowy start to the week.
Yeah, that's right, Leanne. It did snow, and it actually caused some people who were looking at leaf collection this week to start picking up a shovel. According to Environment Canada, it was actually the most amount of snow that's ever fallen in the Kitchener area on a November 9th. Now, according to Waterloo Regional Police, they received 51 reports of crashes in the community in the last 24 hours, mostly minor collisions. Residents out today, though, were dealing with icy sidewalks and driveways, clearing snow off their vehicles, while others took advantage of the fresh powder. But with leaves still set to fall, the city of Kitchener says it's stopped its leaf collection for now and will resume it on Wednesday.
Being an old man, you know, when I see snow, I say thanks God, but what can you do? We have to do what we have to do. We live in Canada.
I wasn't ready for it. I actually went for a walk last night, and there was a girl raking leaves and snow, and I come home, looked at my yard. I wasn't sure if I should get the rake out or the shovel.
But there are some people who are enjoying this early snowfall. At 6, I'll have some information from a local snowboard and ski shop that's seeing some early sales. Leanne.
Yeah, I'm sure they're happy about it. Colton, thanks very much. We'll take a deeper dive into the forecast with Alex Pinto. Alex, Colton mentioned it there. Record amount of snow for November 9th here in Waterloo region.
Yeah, 92-year record too to note as well. 14 centimeters of snow we saw Sunday. In addition to the overnight hours, so from midnight until around 6 this morning, we saw an additional 1. So total was about 15 centimeters of snow, but that record portion would have been that 14 compared to a couple of days in the 20s and 30s as well, which we're going to break down a little bit later. So that's comparing to about 10.25 centimeters. So we definitely beat that, but I do want to start with a couple of watches and warnings that we are seeing this hour: snow squall watch and a snow squall warning. So the watch, those in the areas in the yellow, so for example, Stratford, Listowel, Kincardine, you are impacted by this. The snow squall warning we're seeing is everywhere in the red, so a little bit further north, Owen Sound, Collingwood, Flesherton, and then southwest London, Sarnia, Strathroy, just for an example there. So really snow squalls possible tonight right through to tomorrow. So for the watch, we could see localized totals 10 to 20 centimeters, really reducing visibility possible as well. And for that warning, those impacted by that warning, hazardous snow squalls are expected right through until Tuesday morning. So we could see anywhere between 15 and 30 centimeters of snow. And again, if you do have to be on the roads, just a note to be careful, of course. But yes, it feels like winter's here. That said, though, we should be getting back up to seasonal right around the corner. With that, a little bit of wet weather should be in our horizon.
Okay, maybe the snow won't stick around too long. Alex, thanks. Okay, let's check some other news we're following. The Royal Canadian Legion Polish Veterans Branch 412 in Kitchener is working with Waterloo Regional Police to crack down on a copper wire theft that happened earlier this month. We'll go to CTV's Tony Grace live in studio for a closer look at this and more. Tony.
Leanne, members of the Legion think it happened sometime between November 1st and 3rd, costing more than $40,000 damage. They believe the thieves used a ladder attached to the side of the building to reach the roof, cutting the copper wires and leaving the Legion without heat. In the meantime, they're using space heaters while they wait to install a new system. Despite the setback, Remembrance Day events will go ahead as scheduled.
Our veterans and that fought for our freedom here in Canada, right? And the Legion halls here are for the veterans and people that believe in the Legion and that, right? And then all of a sudden they do this to a Legion. I mean, but I guess somebody needs money.
CTV's Alexandra Hollick will have more details at 6. And also tonight, a man now charged with 2 counts of attempted murder in a double stabbing in Brantford. It happened early Saturday. Police say there was a fight outside a bar. One victim seriously hurt, the other has life-threatening injuries. Krista Simpson will join us with more on that story coming up at 6. For now, Leanne, back over to you.
Okay, Tony, thanks very much. And we'll take you to break, tell you what you need to know. The Humane Society of Kitchener, Waterloo, Stratford, Perth has a new way for you to give back. The Give Back Pack gives homeless and vulnerable pets life-saving care, food, shelter, and love. Instead of sponsoring one animal, you can choose the area of care that matters most to you.
And as we take a live look outside near King Street East in the city of Kitchener, we noticed the sun was peeking through the clouds a little bit earlier this afternoon, which was nice to see. But yes, more flurries could be on the way. We're going to break it all down in your full forecast coming up.
A new way to honor our veterans was introduced in Kitchener today. It's a veterans crosswalk on East Avenue outside the Kitchener Odd. This morning, city officials and Legion members were on hand to mark the occasion. The artwork is in red and white with an image of a maple leaf on it. The Legion says the permanent installation extends beyond Remembrance Day.
When the people cross over, and I'm going to say particularly some of the younger, say perhaps the school children and that, it'll be introducing them and reinforcing and saying, what's this all about? And it's because of the veterans that have served that we enjoying the freedoms and the quality of life that we have today.
And in Waterloo, the Clay and Glass Gallery has its own unique form of remembrance with clay poppies. CTV's Jeff Pickle will bring us more on both projects coming up tonight at 6. Going the distance to make a difference. A Kitchener man hit the pavement this weekend for a 51.9-kilometer run around the perimeter of Kitchener with the hopes of raising $25,000 for those in need in our community. CTV's Hannah Schmidt has more on how this runner is giving back 1 kilometer at a time.
It's not about medals or finish times. For Jovica Savic, it's about helping those who are struggling to make ends meet.
It brings such warmth to my heart.
The local runner, refugee, and social media content creator says this 51.9-kilometer run is his way of giving back to the city that gave him a home.
I was born in former Yugoslavia. I was born in Bosnia. Kitchener has become the real, true home now. We've been here for, I think, close to 20 years now.
Savic, better known as Yahtzee Runs on social media, ran the full perimeter of Kitchener with a group of supporters in under 8 hours.
We just hit 25K. The sun is shining bright. Almost halfway.
His goal, to raise $25,000 for local organizations tackling homelessness, hunger, and mental health.
I saw a mother and a child on a corner, and the child was not much older than my own kids, and I'll choke up every time, talking about that, but that's really what prompted the whole thing.
Funds raised from the run will go directly to Ray of Hope, a local organization providing meals, employment services, and addiction recovery support to people in Waterloo region.
A year ago, we were maybe topping out around 200 for suppers, for example, and now we're topping out around 300. We are seeing more families, which is concerning, especially in our Marketplace Food Bank program.
25 years ago, my family came to this country.
Since his viral post titled Thoughts of a Refugee, Savic has connected with thousands of people across Canada.
Something just hit me, and it was like one take, and I said what I said. It was just thanking Canada for what it's done for me and my family.
Including some who've now become close friends.
I wanted to surprise him. You truly never know when that could be you in the situation, and it could be one paycheck away, or it's a hard world, and what he's doing is unbelievable.
With over 100 donations made and raising just under 1/3 of his goal, Savic says every step is for someone who's been left behind, a reminder that no one should be left on the outside.
It's just people taking care of people that are around them and surrounding them, because without community, we're nothing, really.
Hannah Schmidt, CTV News, Kitchener.
Remembrance Day ceremonies happening around Waterloo region tomorrow. One in Waterloo at 10:15 a.m. at Bridgeport and Regina, with service starting at 10:30 at the Waterloo Cenotaph. Stay with us. A quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, Alex, I know we talked all about it last week, that we were saying the S word, snow, it's coming, it's on its way, but still, yesterday, I was not ready for it. I went out for a walk and I had sneakers on. It was not the move.
I had to pull out the boots, the parka. It was all coming out. And we mentioned too, I was like, I'm gonna go find all the mitts, all the hats, all the scarves. We're gonna throw them in the wash so they're nice and fresh for the this winter season, even though we're still into fall. But I'm glad I did.
You're on top of it.
Well, ish. And hey, it was quite the winter wonderland that we got to see.
Yes,
and even
it
today,
was.
sticking around for the day. But the big question, will it stick around for the rest of the week? We're going to take a look a little bit later as we take a live look. First, from Grand Hill Drive in the city of Kitchener. It was nice to see a little bit of that sun peeking through the clouds a bit before, but we're noticing that a bit more cloud cover starting to build up as it gets darker and darker. And yes, inching closer to, of course, that sun setting now earlier and earlier as well. A couple of watches and warnings too that I do want to start with in place. Snow squall watch for some, so anywhere in the yellow. So for example, Listowel, St. Mary's, Stratford this hour, and snow squall warning that we are also seeing. So there's some areas further to the north, Flesherton, Owen Sound, and even southwest. So if you are in the London, Port Stanley, Sarnia area, you are impacted by this. So we could see a bit more of these squalls later into the evening, overnight into Tuesday morning. So for the watch, localized snowfall totals anywhere from 10 to 20 centimeters at this point is what we are seeing. And for the warning, that lake effect snow really intensifying a little bit later on. So anywhere from 15 to 30 centimeters possible. And with either too, reduced visibility, that of course is the main concern with this. When we look at some snowfall totals, though, that's been obviously the talk about of the day. Here in the city of Kitchener, we did hit a new snowfall record for yesterday. So November 9th, we saw a total of 14 centimeters. So that's compared to the 10.2 centimeter previous record that was set in 1921 on that day, as well as 1933. So both hitting those total amounts. They were tied for that. So we officially have a new record, 92 years after that as well. In terms of other snowfall totals, so this was gathered right through Sunday into overnight and this morning. So Kitchener in total up to when we record this morning as well, because overnight we saw about 1 centimeter of accumulation. So 15 centimeters total. The city of Cambridge seeing about 9.5 centimeters, Caledonia 8.1, and just over 11 centimeters recorded in the city of Mississauga. So getting into our future cast, looking ahead to the rest of the day, some flurries still expected to stick around as we get into your evening and overnight hours. It's not until at this point Wednesday we could see inching closer to back to seasonal conditions, and with that, all this green, so some rain expected to wash that rain out. Temperature-wise, -3 here in Kitchener-Waterloo, -4 in Mount Forest this hour, and then overnight with that wind chill going to feel closer to -12. Mainly cloudy conditions, and again, those flurries expected to stick with us. And then tomorrow, few flurries expected, high of 1 degree. Risk of some snow squalls for the morning portion at this point as well. So over the next almanac for the day, so yes, general for this day, 7 degrees is where we should be sitting at, so definitely below seasonal, and we are noticing that sun going down 5:02 p.m. officially. So over the next few days, after we get past some flurries for your Tuesday with a high of 1, again, those showers expected to make its way towards southern, southwestern Ontario, high of 4 expected, and then we could see a slight steady warm up through the rest of the week. Well, Angie is here in studio with this week's Music Monday. And Angie, we're going to be starting off with Bad Company, the White Stripes, Outcast, many more, officially inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that took place on Saturday.
It did, and it looked like such a great show. Soundgarden's in it, like you said, Cyndi Lauper, she was in it as well. But I think the dedications are the biggest and probably, I don't know, the most emotional part of the whole induction ceremony. Soundgarden was inducted by Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was big friends with Chris Cornell. They met on set 1996, I think, in Saturday Night Live. And Brandi Carlile and Taylor Momsen. Taylor Momsen was Cindy Lou Who in The Grinch.
Oh, yes, that's
in
right.
The Grinch, right?
Yes.
So it's been 25 years since Jim and Taylor have been together. So they were on stage together on Saturday to induct Soundgarden into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is super, super cool. Iggy Pop inducted Jack White and Meg, who, of course, was not there again, you know, keeping her track record of never being seen. But Iggy actually wore a shirt. and a sport coat, which is very strange because, you know, Iggy Pop is, yeah, that guy that doesn't wear a shirt to anything. And Warren Zevon, he was also inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by David Letterman. Letterman and him were like buddies, and Warren had given Dave a guitar pretty close to the time when, just before Warren had passed away, and said, hey, can you hold on to this for me? Can you save this for me? So Dave said, sure. Anyway, he brought it to the induction ceremony and gave it to Brandon Flowers of the Killers to play at the induction ceremony for him.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was super, super great. And, you know, you could almost, through all of the Dave Letterman hair on his face, you could almost see a couple of tears. So it was super great. And to hear Lawyers, Guns, and Money done by the Killers was fantastic.
Oh, so big music weekend.
Yeah.
And of course, sticking with some big names, Grammy nominees, Kendrick Lamar leading with 9. A few others, too, are making headlines.
Lady Gaga, Sabrina Carpenter, Bad Bunny, but I think my favorite Grammy nomination is Fab Morvan from Milli Vanilli. Now, if you remember back, Milli Vanilli had won several Grammys, but they were taken away when it was found that Milli and Vanilli were not actually singing. It was somebody else. So they had to give back their Grammys. But this time he could win for real for narrating his audiobook, You Know It's True, the real story of Milli Vanilli. But he's got some pretty tough competition, Alex. The Dalai Lama is also nominated for a Grammy Award for narration of their own book.
Okay, so all eyes are going to be on them, I think.
I think so. I don't know.
Finally, when we are talking a little bit closer to home, some local entertainment we can look forward to. What's on tap?
Big fun on Saturday at the Duke of Wellington, Uptown Waterloo. The father and son duo of Neil Doran and Ryan Valentine celebrating 5 years as a singing duo together. Like, I think 32 as father and son, but, you know, only 5 as a singing duo. So that's 2 to 6 on Saturday. Men Without Hats and the Spoons will be at Maxwell's November 19th. Saturday night's live country night with the incredible 8-second ride at Dallas. That'll be on Saturday night as well. And this one just announced this morning. Lee Bryce will be at the Kitchener Odd Friday, November 14th. Tickets go on sale this Friday, I believe. The show will be April 25th. Brett Kissel and Grace Tyler will be the supporting acts for that.
Okay, that'll be a big show to look
I think so.
to.
That's pretty great, especially right here in our own backyard at the Odd.
I love it. Well, no shortage of entertainment locally or on the bigger stage.
You got it.
Andy,
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Welcome back as we take a look at tonight's digital dive. Remembrance Day is tomorrow and multiple ceremonies will be held locally. People will have the opportunity to gather and pay their respects to those who made the ultimate sacrifice. You can find details about where the ceremonies are happening on our website, scan the QR code, or go to ctvnewskitchener.ca. Canada has lost its measles-free status after nearly 30 years. It's because of a failure to curb a year-long outbreak. The country has recorded more than 5,000 measles cases in 9 provinces and 1 territory. The Pan American Health Organization notified the Public Health Agency of Canada of the news today. In order to restore our measles-free status, the outbreak has to stop for at least 12 months. There have been concerns that some provincial health authorities did not do enough when the first cases began. Canada Post has submitted its plan to Ottawa to transform its struggling business into what they are hoping will be a financially sustainable postal service. The company had 45 days to deliver a plan with a suite of changes. Canada Post says it plans to share the details after the federal government signs off on it. This comes as the Crown Corporation continues collective bargaining talks with its largest union. Postal workers are still on rotating strikes ahead of the holiday season. Tim Hortons is offering free coffee to veterans and armed forces members to mark Remembrance Day. The company says Canadian veterans and active duty military members who present a valid government-issued Veterans Service Card or Military Service ID card can receive a free hot beverage of their choice tomorrow. The promotion applies to all locations across Canada. The president of the company says it's a gesture of appreciation for their service and sacrifice. Toyota is donating $2 million to Conestoga College. The investment will give co-op students in Cambridge hands-on experience working with manufacturing lines. Professors say while students aren't making car parts, they will be getting an elevated learning experience that will prepare them to work in the industry.
Toyota hires a fair number of co-op students from our programs so that they're helping in the maintenance departments, they're helping in production departments where they can help keep the lines running, do small continuous improvement projects. So everything on here are things that they would actually see in industry.
At 6, CTV's Karis Mapp will hear from someone in the program and find out more about the impact the funding will have for future students. And finally for us, people were getting into the holiday spirit here in Waterloo Region this weekend. The Etsy Holiday Market took over Rim Park both Saturday and Sunday. Over 100 vendors were on hand selling their handmade goods and crafts. Shoppers could find everything from jewelry to home decor, pottery, clothing, gourmet treats, and so much more. The perfect time to get started on Christmas shopping.
We're finding from our customers that they're shopping more intentionally, so they're not buying as much, but the things that they're buying mean more. And so when they come to the Etsy Holiday Market, they get to speak to the makers, hear how it's made, and when they give that gift to someone, it means that much more. And so they may not be buying as much for Christmas this year, but it's with more purpose.
Organizers say majority of these small business owners do not ship worldwide, and they choose to sell their products locally in Waterloo Region at markets like this one. Of course, a great reminder why it is so important to support local as well. And hey, looked like a great turnout there at Rim Park at the Etsy Holiday Market. Hopefully you had a chance to get a few early Christmas gifts there and pick up some goodies. All right, that's it for us. We'll be back at the top of the hour. Tony Grace will have your next local news at 6. For now, we'll send it over to CTV National News. Have a great night, everyone.